Hey everybody, Nick here, and today I got a disassembly and maintenance video for you on this little guy. This is a Peña Knives front flipper trapper. Very, very interesting piece, and can't wait to get up in here and see what's going on. So I have now, at this point in time, I have already purchased this knife. That's perhaps a spoiler, but it is also quite true. Peña Knives gave me the option to pick this little guy up, and so I went ahead and I did. Because, yeah, holy crap. So, you're going to be seeing, it makes a little more sense to do this on a custom knife that I own, but it's also a very nice piece. And he went ahead and encouraged me. He said, don't be afraid to take it apart. There's nothing, so you're not going to break anything in there, which is always reassuring. Okay, so that was a T7 down here, by the way. T7, kind of a strange size for a pocket knife, but whatever. And then I'm betting that's like T15 up front here. T15, there's a little bit of play, but that could just be, T15. Maybe it's T16? I don't know, T15 and a half, whatever. Hopefully this will do the trick. So drop this in here, done. Are we free spinning? Oh, we're free spinning. Luckily, it's not too bad, and I'm able to just use some pressure on the other side there, but that's a little frustrating. Oh, there we go. Looks like a little bit of thread locker in there. Maybe the purple stuff. I don't know. Either way, so if that side was the... Okay, yeah, actually, it would make sense that the show side would be the... It would kind of make sense that the show side would be... Because this doesn't have a clip side. So there's no clip really to pop loose on this guy. So it kind of makes sense to do the disassembly from the other side here. Actually, before I go ahead and undo this, I'm going to pop this other screw loose. All right. Just to make sure that I can, in fact, do the disassembly fully from this side. Because what I know is happening underneath here, under this micarta here, is that there is going to be... Hey, sorry about that. Actually, ended up getting a phone call, kind of cut things off. But what I found out is, and I wasn't thinking, I just kind of kept going during the phone call. But what I realized is that this is the way you pop this guy loose. So what you need to do here is that these two screws go in through here. So I will go ahead and grab this. Is this also... This is T6. That's nice and tight in there. Oh, plenty of thread locker. Damn, Enrique. Way to lock that down. All right. That is the front of the two. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and reinstall this screw on this side because I don't think I need to pop it loose at all. Or I don't think I need to have this loose, so I might as well keep the scale in position. Have one less screw in play, so to speak. So there we go. All right, so now I pop that guy loose. Now I do the one more here. That was a little better in terms of your thread lockitude. Now that I've done this, what we should actually be able to do, yeah, the whole thing's kind of coming apart now. So I got to be careful. There is a live blade here, but now everything is loose. And what we see inside here is actually internal stop pin. Nice. Sorry, I just noticed that. So, what we see inside here is pretty straightforward, honestly. Go ahead here and try not to get the micarta and whatnot too full of stuff, but go ahead, clean this off. Wipe off the inside of the titanium. This guy has actually been carried a fair bit. Well, a fair bit, almost a week or so worth at this point. Just because I have been enjoying carrying it. And so, there is actually a little bit of use and wear on it. But, yeah. Pop this loose. Beautiful. You can actually see there is some gunkitude up in here. It looks like maybe whatever lubrication he was using. A little bit thicker. So that's okay. That is your detent ball. What the heck is this hole? Over here. So the detent lives on this side. I have zero understanding what this hole here is. Hey, Enrique, if you're watching this, What the heck's this hole here for? The reason I say that is because he actually, and don't hold this against him, he is apparently a fan of the channel, which is honestly pretty flattering, because all I do is complain about his profession and he still enjoys it, so hey, why not, right? But no, so I figured I'd actually ask there. Go ahead and clean up these bearings. Then I will reinstall this washer here. All right, and pop this into here. Now what we can do is start the reassembly process. How do I want to start the reassembly process? Oh, clean this off, of course. I'm going to go ahead and use lightweight oil. Go ahead and use some knife pivot lube, I think. I should probably rebuild it from this side up. That's likely the best approach. So I'll use a little bit of this, and if you're ever curious about any of the tools I'm using for my disassemblies, go ahead and check out my knife disassembly toolkit video, where I list all of them and discuss their relative merits. All right, there's that. Now what I do is I lubricate the pivot here, or over-lubricate the pivot as the case may be. Go ahead and put this down onto here. Ooh, smooth. Now what I do is I lubricate the dent ball path, over-lubricate the pivot further. Go ahead, drop on a bearing. And now what we do here is we, actually I'll go ahead and scratch off the little bit of thread locker in there. It's easier, better. All right, and then, oh, well, I've got some, there we go, lube the dent ball as well. So now what I need to do is I make sure that I get the stop pin into its stop pin hole there. Now what I do is I'm going to rotate out of the way this scale. So that will allow me access to these two screws down in here, which I will actually take a second. By the way, we're looking at T6 here. And I'll go ahead and clean off these screws. Just get some of that thread locker off of there. They are thread locked tight. I can understand it at some level, but yeah, there we go. So I've cleaned that one off, and then let's go ahead and reinstall it. And I am going to use a little bit of thread locker myself here. Plop this into place here. Okay, then I'm not tightening things down too big yet, at least. Actually, I should fully tighten this guy, because I'm realizing that once I tighten the pivot down, I won't be able to access these screws anyways. So I'll go ahead and tighten those two down nice and snug. Beautiful. Now I can go ahead and retighten the pivot using that T15 screw. Goes around here. Got it. And a little bit of Loctite on there. Now what I will do is partially close the blade just to get it out of play. Get everything. Okay, that's just too tight right now. I need to loosen this up. No play. Whoa, that's smooth. No play. Oh, yeah. That's as smooth as one could really want the knife to be. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm getting, you know, a little bit. All right. So let me go ahead. Oh, my relationship with pocket knives is very bizarre. No, that's just, it's very, very nice to see that kind of smoothness. I mean, one would expect it at a higher-end custom piece like this from a very high-end custom maker. But, yeah. Come on. There we go. And now at this point, we are all done. Blade is dead center. It is absurdly smooth. And we're all set. So sorry about the interruption earlier, but yeah, I hope that you still found this interesting. And mostly I'm hoping that you have yourselves just an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.